Okay, so the first thing obviously we're going to do is open up our app, and that will take us to this homepage essentially. From here, you've got all kinds of options, but we're going to focus on just making the avatar first because that's the question I've been getting the most from people. And it's a weird process. So what you're going to want to do, there's an avatar button kind of on the screen with your avatar here. We're going to click on that, and that's going to give us the ability to do certain selections to change up our avatar. I'm actually going to change my avatar that I'm going to edit because I don't want to edit this one. And to do that, I'm going to go to my profile here and then my avatars. And you can see I've got 4 different ones. There's one that I'm using as a, I don't know, something stupid that I was doing with someone else. And you see now it's selected, it changes my cover photo, and then I hit manage and I can reset that avatar so that it's completely a blank slate. And that's kind of what I want. So from here, now we're back into the editor that we saw before. I'm going to take us back to the beginning to show how we get there. So when you hit this little home button on the bottom left, and then you see the blank template of your avatar, and you see the avatar button on the top right. So this is where you can start making your selections. I usually start with skin tone. You don't have to. So when I click on the top left here where the little face icon is, this then, I guess basically it's like your physical features of your avatar. So if you select the little color droplet, you've got different colors of skin here. And you do have like alternative colors like blue or green or whatever. You can also select the color wheel here. You see how it's got the 6 hours left icon. I actually paid the other, like, I don't know, a couple hours ago to be able to customize color to do my BFF icon because she's more of a teal skin. And that's not one that they offer naturally. So there are some paid features of this app that, while it sucks to have to pay for them, it's worth it if you have an avatar that you're going to be using for business purposes because it's not very expensive at all. So now that I'm on the color wheel, I can actually drag the color, and you can make some really wild, like when I was doing the BFF avatar, it was more like a greenish blue, but on the darker side. Like here, maybe. So this is the only way you can get some of those really wild colors is if you do the color wheel and you pay to have access to it for 12 hours or however long it was. I don't remember. So you can pick, you know, just some kind of color, whatever you want for this particular avatar. I'll stick to something wild like the turquoise or whatever. And then I usually go through the hair options. Obviously you can choose to only look at the long hair, medium hair, short hair, and they've got all kinds of funky designs and stuff. So like if I choose this one, and you can rotate your avatar around just by putting your thumb and pulling around like that. So for the colors, I'm curious when it's like an ombre, whatever, what color does it actually change? So it looks like the bottom part stays the same, but you can change the top part. So you can do something like that. I actually kind of dig that. Now you see how this purple buy button here is on the top right now. So a lot of these features, unfortunately, do cost to do custom, some sort of fund. What I would recommend doing, throw 10 bucks into the app, should give you plenty to do most of the customizations that you would want. If you don't want to pay for any of the customizations, that's also fine. What you could do instead is, let's go back to hair. And they have this filter option here on the top right. I think you can do price low to high and then apply. And the ones with the check marks with no pricing underneath are free. So let's say for this one, I just want a simple ponytail. Perfect. And I don't have to pay for that one. It just has the save button. It doesn't have the buy button anymore. And then maybe I want to change the color. So if I go to the color wheel that's free, these are my color options. You still get some cool options. So maybe I just want to do like a pink or maybe a lighter pink. That's kind of cool. We'll do it that one. And then you can go into the facial options. I don't really understand what the difference is. Maybe it's like a I don't know. This one seems more anime. This one seems not so much. So we'll stick with that one. And then I'll click the next face over. This is like this style of face. Like if you want like a more square face or more pointy face or whatever. You can also adjust like beauty spots and freckles. We'll put some freckles on this one. And change them to maybe to match the blue. Like a light blue freckle. It could be fun. Hit OK. So you get some options there. Wrinkles, if you want wrinkles or not. And then eyebrow color, you can change the style of the eyebrow. So if I want something a little bit more thin, or I don't really know. For, I guess, testing purpose, it doesn't really matter. So I'm going to go with a thicker one. I'll just stick to the original one. I think that one was fine. And then I can also, because I have that color wheel still, I can change it to be more on par with the color of the skin. Or if I wanted, I could have it be more the color of the hair. Either really works. I think I'm going to change the nose too when I get to that point. So I think eyebrow is mostly done. We'll go into eye color. Now you've got your eye shape first, which you really just kind of have to click on. These are all free to see which one kind of matches with what you are trying to do or create. I don't really have a preference. We'll just use that for now. And then you can choose the eye color there. Maybe I want like a bright blue. I could even do a white. I think I'll do white with a little slight blue onto it. That'd be nice. And you can also change out your eyelids, or if you want to have contacts. They have some funky ones here. So people can upload their own versions of some of these elements, and they get really creative. Like if I wanted to click this one, it's like a snake eye, cat eye type thing. You could certainly do these. Now, again, these cost money, so this may not be something that's worth any of that to you. So I'm going to actually go back. I don't feel like paying for eye colors right now. And then the nose, I want to switch that out. I want to stick to this little one, I guess. That's weird dip in there. Is that seem overly exaggerated, that dip between the forehead and the nose there? It feels like it. So now I'm going to go to lip, because lip color is something that you'll see in a lot of these different avatars as well. So the first thing is, I think this is more like size of the lip. And then in order to do the lip color, you would go over here to the lipstick icon, which it's like, well, how much color do you want? And then you would choose from the color wheel what kind of color you would want. I would probably do something to match the hair color for this instance. So back to lips. Yeah, you could do thinner lips, fuller lips, it don't matter. And before I jump into clothes, I usually go into, like, if we wanted to do any kind of mascara style. These are all free right here. Maybe a little bit of a wing. Something like that. You can also change the color of it. You can add some eyeshadow. You've got an eyeshadow option. And then change the color of that eyeshadow to be, you can see how it's like a subtle pink around the eye now. Stuff like that. And eyelashes, if you would like some eyelashes of sorts. That's fine. If for any fellas that want to do the an avatar on this app, you also have a facial hair feature, which is kind of nice, that you can, and it looks like they're all free, so you can select from those. So I've got the facial features where I would want them. So now I'm going to go into clothes, the little clothes icon in the bottom here. Or no, this isn't clothes, this is body type, sorry. So you can choose tall, short, really tall, long legs, large, small, it doesn't matter. It's all, I don't really ever bother with this part, I just leave it as the default, but you do have options. So if you have characters that match any of these, you can certainly do that. Now to get into clothes, on the top left here, we have that figure that's the face. Underneath of it is the shirt. This is where you're going to go to your clothes. This is where it gets a little bit complicated, I guess. So let me just say, before you do move into the clothing territory, because I just did this by mistake, go ahead and hit save before you start moving to the next section. I had to redo some of these items. So going to the clothing section, what we're going to do here is it defaults to what's new, but you're going to want to go into, I guess, whatever you're particularly looking to start with. It could be a shirt. It could be you want to look for pants. But let's say that you find, or you can't find what you're looking for in order to customize your avatar to look like, well, your avatar. Before you go into buying paid options, you want to actually get out of this screen. So I'm going to hit this, now that I have everything saved, I'm going to hit this screen and go out. Now you see your avatar here on your screen or whatever, and they're going to be doing movement and stuff like that. And you can go ahead and use them as is. But let's say you want to find something like camo. So you want to do a search back at that default screen, and then you see how you have these options like all, account, tag, world, item. Item is the one that you're going to look for, because that's going to pull up all the items that have camo integrated into the keywords. So let's say for this one, I want to pick this pink camo shirt, and all the other camo items are still here. So maybe I don't like that one. Maybe I like this dress, although I think that blue is not really going to go. We'll try a pink dress. I don't know. I don't know why I'm bothering with the fashion. This is just a tutorial. So you could find all kinds of different clothes and stuff that you can integrate. From here, you would then have to buy it in order for it to save. And that's that blue buy button up there. If you find, and it actually lets you categorize by shoes and stuff too. So that's kind of nice. But let's say, you know, you didn't want to buy the camo item and you just want to go back, look and see what's free. So I'm going to go back to, this again is that home screen. And then I'm going to click on my avatar button, and then I'm going to go into clothes, and then from here I can just look at all the clothes, and I'm going to filter them by low to high to see what's free. And really there's only two things that are free. You got this white t-shirt. For pants, is it going to make me filter again? It's already filtered. So no free pants, it looks like. Maybe a free skirt. There is a free skirt. See a little free skirt here if you wanted to do that, but you're most likely going to have to pay for some of the clothing. But again, it's pretty cheap to do, and you can have multiple avatars as well. Shoes, let's see if there's any that are free. I know it doesn't look like it. So you would have to pay for some shoes. We already did the hair. You can have all kinds of hat items, like a little makeup thingy. You can have glasses, some jewelry. Doesn't look like any of that is free. ACC, I'm not sure what that means, but I'm assuming accessories. So if you wanted to have, well, I don't really like any of these, but maybe you want to mess with some nails or something like that. You have the option to customize all of that. So either way, I'm not going to buy anything for this particular tutorial because I did that with my other avatars. Once you are done creating your avatar, then you can then use it to create videos. You can use it to create images, and you can use it as a voiceover for you. Now, before I switch over to how to do all of that stuff, there's a couple other items that might be of interest. The C button, I don't know what the C stands for, but I think it's custom, like stuff that other people have uploaded. So you can really see some cool items that people have created to be able to use on your character. And then you can also create the background of your avatar, like your own little like apartment or room. So you have the ability to furnish which is kind of cool if you wanted a background for your character. I haven't bothered with this part yet, but let's say that the avatar is done. So here's my avatar, minus shoes or anything like that. There's some things that you can do from here out once you have her created. You can, let's see, you can join into metaverses. This is what these worlds are. They're basically metaverses. You can go in and talk to people. Now, I will say that this app is targeted towards teens and probably preteens. I hopped into one of the metaverses and it was very much ASL. Are you looking for a boyfriend? So probably not something that's useful for most people unless more adults start coming onto the app and utilizing it for things that we would do in the NFT community, which kind of sounds awkward to say, but at the same time, I think the functionality of this app is really good. I hope they come out with an adult version. But in the meantime, I mean, it is targeted towards much of the younger crowd. So I'm going to not show you the metaverse necessarily. I do like the booths. These are basically like videos and images that you can use your avatar to create. So I'm going to go into the Gucci one really quick. So here's some of the options, poses and things that, let's say you want to do something a little bit more stylish as a pose. If I click on this guy leaning on the wall, it takes my avatar and puts it in that pose. I can also select on the background on the bottom left here and just choose something as a background. So, and I can move around if I want. And then you can hit save or you can post next, which then acts as like you're posting this to your account, like TikTok, like an image, or like Instagram. So this is also very much a social network as well. That said, I want to show you guys the animated version of something as well. So you see on some of these, they have the little video icon on the top right. So I'm going to click this one because I want to show you an animation with my avatar. So I guess this is her doing poses. You can add sound. They have different, like some sound libraries. I know you can add custom sounds too. I have not done that because I don't have custom sounds I would want to add yet. But, so I'm going to hit save. All right, so I hit save. So now I have a copy of that video on my phone that I can upload and utilize to promote my avatar. There are also group shots that you can do. If you have friends in the app that also have avatars and you're friends with them, you can actually create group shots with your friends, which I think is really cool. So here's some of my friends. I look very goofy with them. So you can download those images. And then if you do like friends, like Fame Lady does a Flaunt Friday where they have everybody dance with their avatars, you can do that with this app. So booths are probably my favorite portion of this app in order to create images and videos with your avatar once it's created. You can also you can have friends on here, obviously. So I've got some friends listed already. And you can do a crew, which is basically like a friends group. I created one for Fame Lady Squad. I'll probably create some other ones, but here you can see the Fame Lady one and some people that are in it, and it automatically pulls our avatars into the cover photo for that group. But you can start having conversations in that group with your friends, and this one's in particular is private, so that's kind of nice as well if you want to have like a little social group with your friends. The camera, this part's very interesting. So I'm going to bring up my avatar really quick because I also want to put a background first because you don't want to see my office in construction. And then we want to bring, there we go, as soon as it recognizes my face. So now I can talk as my avatar. I can look around. And this is a good way if you don't like being on camera, which I usually don't. It lets you bring it to life, talk in your video, have an avatar that you're representing. Close my eyes, open my eyes. Ah. So turn your head. This is a neat feature as well. So you can have it be a video like this or just a photo and do a pose, but it's still kind of neat that they have this as an option. Is there anything else? I haven't messed around with events. I don't do anything with shopping because once I make my avatar, actually if we go back to my avatars, I'll switch to one of my good ones. This is my BFF. Oops. Yeah. Then you can just, I don't know, I don't use them for shopping, but you can, one of the things I will say, when you go in to edit your avatar, if you go into the My button on the bottom or the middle left here, you can save the look so you don't lose the clothes and stuff if you decide you want to change it up. So I like that option as well. It saves all of the items that you currently have purchased or saved as the representation of your avatar. So from there, you can then, you know, put new clothes on, try new things, and you won't lose the original items. You can come back here and apply that look. So that's kind of nice as well. But I think that's mostly it. I think overall you get one avatar by default. I paid to have 3 more because I wanted options for the different projects that I'm involved in, but you don't have to do that. And it's just a lot of fun to be able to create new looks and new poses with your avatar and make them come to life. So that's kind of why I like it, but hopefully this tutorial gives you at least a little bit of insight on how to do this, but I know there's more options to this app that I don't understand. So hopefully, or that I haven't had time to play with. So hopefully you guys will find some use out of it. Or maybe you'll find something new, I don't know. But feel free to make posts too. Like I've made posts into the app that's, I mean, if you look at this, this is almost exactly like TikTok in a way. You have the ability to put in hashtags. I got hashtag boss beauties in here. Nobody's really talking about boss beauties, but let's see, Fame Lady. Yeah, there's some Fame Lady posts in here. So, you know, have fun with it. You know, build a network with other people that own the NFT that you're creating avatars for. And I'd love to see what you guys create.